in enters. Zach Lillington out. Tannen, a sophomore with Lincoln, Elk Grove Charter High. Hankins surveys. Jimenez now. Ogun plays it forward. Shy Clayton over there as well. There's Ogun. All the way back out for Hankins, who will survey. Now Rashad Ogun. Backline cross. Deflected off an Aggie. Mahubi couldn't get there. Neither can Yogerst. Last touch by the Aggies in the throw for Bakersfield. Adrian Yogerst quickly in. And now here's Yogerst attacking. Into the box, a shot and a save in front. And a beautiful one at that from Charles Jansen. As Jimenez got a clean look, put a little bit of English on it, and it was heading towards the back of the net when Jansen stuck a limb out to knock it away. Another look. Yogerst, a great ball, and Jimenez on a one-timer. So I'm not sure it even got there. From my perspective, it looked like it got to Jansen. It might have gone off a Davis defender in front. And another Bakersfield corner, number 7. Hankins and Yogerst. Hankins, deep cross. There's Marcano to slow things down. And a foul on the Aggies. It's Ethan Horde who came over the back. Geishauser for the runners. It's a second to get back to his feet. Maybe catch his breath. Hankins takes a shot that skips into the hands of Jansen. Bilter lets it rip. Goodman. Kama Kaysen. And now Goodman, Kamalu. And a runner sub. Joey Velasquez, the freshman from Antigua, to check in. Shia Clayton, who will check out. Will be a well-earned breather for the redshirt freshman. Foothill High graduate over on the east side of Bakersfield. Marcano out wide. It's Mahubi to Marcano, who stepped into the offensive attack really for the first time tonight. Mahubi looking, surveying, Yogeris back to Bilal, all the way over, and then takes a trip and is fouled by the Aggies. Good ball, Hankins. Now Yogeris surveys. Out wide. They head it back in. And now by Fernandez Kim. And here's Lucas Fernandez-Kim going the other way. With some pace. Dispossessed, but still alive. And now out for a runner throw. Tannen couldn't get there. Kevin Welch will check in next for the Aggies with 4 minutes to play in the first half of this contest. Another road runner corner coming. Corner kick number 8 for Bakersfield. In the first half, here's Hankins. And it's going to be a goal kick. And Hankins missed the strike there. So Welch enters for the Aggies. Fernandez-Kim gets a breather with 3 minutes left. Okan keeps possession, finds Mahubi. Filter defending. Back from Marcano. Now all the way around. Estrada. Tannen almost took it away. Good pressure. Now the runners have some numbers. Offside on Mahubi.
Hey, 2 minutes, boys.
Kyle Honer was all over that. They are 2 on the far side of the pitch from us. All the way down with under 2 to go now. Runners earn it and then a foul. And this is going to get Bernie Hoster's attention. Gave Kevin Welch just checked in. Kind of the final warning. Minute 30 to go. Jimenez. Calculated push here from the runners. With 75 seconds left in the half. You want the equalizer if you can get it. But you absolutely cannot give up a second goal. This is a foul on Bakersfield. Rashad Ogun. Little push behind on Vilter. .30 seconds left. Mahubi finds Jimenez. Runners want to go. Now's the time. 25 seconds now at this point. Your best hope is to dump it and hope it sneaks through. Instead, it's the Aggies taking the turnover and coming back the other way with 12 seconds left. Can they find lightning in a bottle? 10 left. The answer is going to be no. Some runners get it back, send it deep, and we will head into the half here in Bakersfield. The Aggies strike early. Has been the case for the majority of the season. The runners' offense does not find the back of the net in the first half. 1-0 Davis on top here at halftime. Second half coming your way. After this, UC Davis on top of Bakersfield, 1-0 halftime. Bakersfield, and it is the Aggies on top 1-0 over the Roadrunners. An early goal for UC Davis to get things going. And the Runners unable to find the first half equalizer here in this pivotal Big West matchup as we take it to the first half highlights between these two clubs. And early on, momentum in favor of the team in blue, and that's the home team, the Roadrunners, who had a lot of opportunities to try to find the back of the net and couldn't do so. You see the near miss there for the Runners, Jesse Wangus. A lot of early involvement down the wings, and a lot of this. Ball's kind of freely finding space, but nobody able to finish for the Runners. Meanwhile, Brandon Lyons wasn't really challenged too often early. Here's Joe Garris to play one in, and this was kind of the one real hold your breath moment for the Aggies before they found the lead. Brandon Lyons did a nice job controlling early. Davis threatened a few times, found the top of the net a few times. And it took a few minutes for the Aggies to click on offense, but when this was a view off this and to the foot of the leading goal scorer, as it was Dieter over to Lillington, and the finish for Kason Goodman, number 6 on the year for the sophomore out of Santa Barbara, who was only mildly excited about that goal. Rightfully so, pumped to have broken through the back lines of the Runners early on. And then it got real physical between these two teams. A lot of fouls late in the first half of this one. The Runners ended up with 8 corners to Davis's 0. But as the Yankees out shooting Bakersfield here at the half, and it is a 1-0 UC Davis lead. No bookings in the first half of this one either. And that's where we stand. Halftime in Bakersfield. The Roadrunners have made a living scoring in the second half this year. See if they can do it again and earn at least a draw, not a win. 1-0 Davis here at the half. halftime here in Bakersfield between the Road Runners and the Aggies in a first half that saw UC Davis strike early, bucking the
important for them in the standings, which is going to bring Irvine even with Bakersfield right now, and means Cal Poly stays 2 points below Bakersfield. So implications there. Bakersfield, you talked about the great corners opportunities they created, but not really able to get a lot of shots on goal, which they are number 1 in the Big West so far this season at doing. So the Roadrunners really need to see if they can get a couple more shots on goal, turn one of those chances into, I guess, what's the phrase, a completion or a conversion, turn one of those chances into a conversion, and maybe be on the road to a point or more here in the second half.
And for Irvine, that win duly important. Not only does it bring them even with Bakersfield, San Diego, and Santa Barbara, it catapults them over Cal Poly, who was a half a game up and 1 point up by proxy coming into the evening. Runners now moving left to right. And a goal kick coming here.
Jason, to round out that idea about UC Irvine, big 3 points for them in that homestand. But to be fair, Bakersfield still does have the tiebreaker on the Irvine by way of the Education Day 2-0 victory. So the entire Big West table is compacted right in the middle. Fullerton's just about the only one who has a little bit of separation, but even a game lost there could really make things a traffic jam.
I realize that the novelty of Education Day would be lost if that was the only game that we played all season long. But does it not strike you that every men's soccer Education Day seems to have some sort of resounding result in favor of the Roadrunners that sticks in the mind of the team at the end of the season?
I mean, I've talked to the guys about those games in particular, and they get just as excited as the kids do in the stand. When you have 2,500 people, it doesn't matter if they're 8 years old or if they're 80-year-old, there's a little bit extra energy in the, not the building, but on the field.
Think back to that Roadrunner victory, but now 4 or 5 years ago against Air Force on an Education Day. The late goal from Ryan Goldsmith, and a moment that lives in the history books for CSUB. There's a shot attempt as well high and over the back bar off the foot of Ethan Horde, who has an enormous amount of power in that right foot, but has yet to be able to bring it down and put it on target. Bryson Hankins is out to start the second half for the Runners along with Nathan Jimenez. So they both played the better part of 20-plus minutes in the first half. Brandon Mimes was pressured heavily and continues to be, and can't pick the ball up, and the Runners got to find a way to clear it out here, and finally will. Ziwazaki, who got it up, and now Ogun battling, and Ogun taken down from behind by Jason Sue. Foul number 8 on the Aggies in this contest.
It's been pretty physical so far, Jason, but I've also liked to see that we haven't had the customary yellow cards thrown around. I think Bernie Hosu has done a really good job in the center of this one, keeping things under control.
Bernie Hosu's reputation in this conference, I think, is that of one that he's going to let the teams play, but there's generally a pretty definitive bar. And when you cross that bar, he has no problem letting the cards fly, and not just the yellows. The cautions are far from the only card he'll whip out. We've seen plenty of red cards out of Bernie over the years. Hankins was able to slip back there, but Ogun couldn't get the ball to him. But again, historically, it takes crossing a pretty definitive line before Hosu starts whipping out the book. There's Ogun now. It's deflected out, and Estrada goes down, holding his knee and shin. The attack the other way for the Aggies. Iwasaki clears it out, and up and walking away for the Runners. It is Kevin Estrada. Still seems to at least be feeling the effects. Is well offside at this point. There's another look at it. Foot to the ankle as he was making the pass. So here's Lyons to clear it out. Jump ball with Mahubi.
Jason, it's been a bit of a up and down season for UC Davis this season, but I've been really impressed by their ability to, after, a 2-win streak, they lose 2 on the road, then they come back with a win. Then they tie and then drop a 3-0 loss against UC Riverside just this last weekend. But they're right back out this game, taking on a tough Roadrunner defense, already got a goal on the board early on. But I've been really impressed with their ability to be resilient and to bounce back after tough circumstances.
The nature of collegiate soccer and the way the season comes at you kind of quick and fast versus a club level or an international level, professional level, where you can kind of build your way back into things. If you sit and dwell, the season will quite literally pass you by.
Flies right by. Absolutely.
Tino back in to start this half for the runners. Garris gets kind of tugged on from behind. Play on is the call. And that's a foul on the runners. Geishauser Adam Grant's been remarkably quiet in this contest. For the first time has issued a real complaint to the officials. And here is the foul. Hard to see as it came into the shot there with Chase Tannen trying to make a run.
Tannen doing a really nice job getting out into open space there and causing problems for the backline of the Roadrunners, who really haven't had a lot of tests since that opening goal.
Lucas Fernandez-Kim. Plays it low, headed right up. 50-50 ball. Garris couldn't get it out, and a goal! Davis! It found a free foot, and I believe it was Tannen, the sub. He's the one celebrating. A devastating goal. If you're a Roadrunner fan, and Chase Tannen finds the back of the net for Davis. Here's another look. Hernandez-Kim plays it in. It was headed up by Estrada. It came off once again of Ryan Dieter, the leading assister on the season. For Davis, has his 2nd of the contest, his 6th of the season, and for Tannen, goal number 2. The substitute comes off the bench and delivers a crushing goal against the Runners. And for Davis, a team that has been far better away from home this season. A 3-1-2 road record. Just 1-5-1 up home in Northern California. They're up 2-0. And suddenly, 37 minutes seems like not much time for a Roadrunner team that hasn't exactly strung goals together at a high rate this year.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Jason. In fact, Bakersfield has only put together multi-goal games a couple of times this year in total. Adam Grant and his staff are definitely not surprised by these Aggies coming out. If you look at their schedule, they took wins to start the season against Dayton and Ohio State. They continue to pressure here. Tied against San Francisco. Beat San Jose State 3-0. They've been really strong.
Runners have just one multi-goal game in conference play. They've had to rely on the defense, and that was almost number 3 for the Aggies off the post. The 2-goal affair against Irvine back on October 4th, the only conference game Bakersfield scored multiple in. That's going to be a foul on the Aggies. who suddenly are seizing the momentum on the bench.
Yeah, Jason, UC Davis has done a really good job to take that momentum and turn it into energy, right? You can probably hear it over our mics, the energy that their squad has right now.
This is onside. Mautino can get back in a beautiful save from Jansen. Keeps the runners off the board. So Connor Mautino found a way to sneak in behind the back line of Davis and was one-on-one with the keeper, Charles Jansen, and could not finish. Hankins will try to press. Ian Jimenez playing hot potato. Ogun kept it in. And if he can beat the defender there, back line, cross, back post. And this is going to be out. I haven't seen a call yet on which way the ball is going, but there is a defender down. That's Bilter, the captain. So Sean Bilter, for the first time, that draws Dwayne Schaefer up off the bench to voice his concerns with the fourth official, Kevin Celaya. Bilter up, kind of holding his lower rib cage oblique area there. Bernie Hosu now having a conversation with the keeper, Charles Jansen, who voiced his displeasure, to say the least. Audible all the way over here on the bench. Down in the corner, and a battle for the ball goes to Davis. 10 minutes in to the second half. A goal in already for the Aggies on this half of the frame, and a 2-0 lead. Players go flying, whistles go blowing. And this will ultimately end up being a throw for the runners. Steph Marcano to take it. Dieter on the attack into the corner. That'll be runner possession. Tristan Wooders and Andrew Dutra both set to enter this contest for the Aggies the next opportunity. Mautino kind of held there, trying to turn with the ball. This is going to lead to Ethan Horde. And we'll play it forward for the Aggies. Dieter. Dieter was fouled there by Jimenez and Bernie Hosu. I just told Nathan Jimenez that'll be his final warning. Opportunity to shoot. And it goes wide off the right foot of Zach Lillington. Substitutions, a duo coming for the Aggies. As Wooders, the freshman out of Templeton, and Dutra, the sophomore out of Hanford, both enter. Off of Jimenez. Estrada kind of pushed down from behind as he tried to play that ball up for the runners. It's up on the foot of Horde. And now Ethan Horde tried to turn around the other way. A battle for the ball and a foul on the Aggies. As Tannen was beat. So Bryson Hankins into the corner for the runners. 31 minutes left. Davis has not had a corner in this contest. The runners are closing in on double digits.
Corner kicks is about the only area Bakersfield has had the advantage so far here, Jason. So I know Adam Grant would love to see Hankins find the head of a fellow Roadrunner and put one in the back of the net here.
Plays it deep. Off a foot wide. Hankins is there, but couldn't get a body on it. And now it's a foot race. The Aggies actually have some numbers. It was smartly played back to Limes, who can survey. And with both Mahubi and Marcano back, trusted veterans, Limes can survey and try to fight Hankins. It's a little high for him, fluttered. And here comes the sub-looters with fresh legs. Attacking and crossing into the box, headed clear. And the other substitute now, Dutra. Cross in, headed out again. Top of the box, a body put on by Ogun. Wow, and a big shove there that sends Martino down, and this will be our first booking of the contest. An immediate yellow comes out, and that is on Goodman. Goodman Kamaluk. The defender, whose quadruplet brother has the first goal of this contest.
Can you imagine the diaper bill on that? Quadruplets.
I would prefer not to.
You've got some younger kids. I know you've been through that. I'm in the middle of it right now myself, and it hurts me thinking about it.
It'd be excessive.
Gotta go to cloth, I think. It's the only cost-effective way to do it.
There's a 0% chance. You ever tried a cloth diaper?
Not on my own kid, but on a friend, yeah.
Yeah? There's a reason why you haven't done it on your own kid, right?
Yes, there is.
Exactly. Here's Hankins. And to find Yogerst. That's off Jansen. They do a throw in the offensive third of the pitch for the runners. They're going to slow things down. I've thought about going quick. Leaves it for Hankins. Now Hankins into Ogun quickly. Bryson for Ogun. Jimenez. Had to work it in for Yogerst. Cleared back out. And the Aggies just let it fly for a throw.
Tannen over on this end of the field has been very active, a really good Aggie spark plug, if you will. Going back to that last sequence that UC Davis had on the other end where they had two crosses go into the box, I feel like that's going right into the wheelhouse of what I was talking about, Jason, where you're just not going to beat the big heads and the strong shoulders of the Roadrunner back line. So for the Aggies, if they want to see success continue and maybe even put up the third and the dagger here, I think they really need to keep attacking the centers.
Instead, it's Martino who's thinking about cutting the deficit in half. They do yet another offensive third throw for Hankins. Down in the corner. Yogerst, Ogun. Across from Ogun, it's off the back of the net. And it being more of a shot than a cross. And for the runners, Kevin Estrada's down at midfield. He's kind of been sitting there for a few seconds. Just another look at the shot. Ogun got in. That's a tough angle to take a shot from. Like, Mongucci's going to check in for Estrada here, who has really been down for some time. the training staff's out. He doesn't appear to be in an overt amount of pain, but for that matter, he's also not exactly in a hurry to get up, and Abby Morris kind of checking things out down there in the ankle Achilles area, and you can see Estrada kind of pointing like it was jabbed or jammed it down. He's used that motion a couple times. It's definitely the side back of the ankle that Abby Moore is working on right now. He's up and walking. It's not an extreme limp, but he's definitely feeling like something's not 100% right down there. Wangusi had already come to check in for him prior to Estrada going down. So Wangusi, who actually looked pretty spry early in this contest before being subbed out.
I guess it looks like they might have slipped a second substitute in past us as well. Over here on the back line on our left, Sinan Solmaz checking in for the first time tonight, I think.
It's the first time that Solmaz has entered. Another large body on the back line for the runners, a 6'3" freshman out of Germany.
Not to mention Wangusi now on the front line at what, 6'2"?
And immediately the runners on the attack. Now Tino dispossessed to the corner again for a throw. And almost a souvenir for the Kit Foxes. Quickly now, Maltino. This is a problem. And out for a throw. Jansen started to attack and realized I cannot scoop that up. And if I can't scoop that up, it does me no good to leave the net. Another throw.
On the bounce, on the bounce, on the bounce, on the bounce, we can go back.
Solmaz' first touch comes all the way back.
Solmaz is another one of these freshmen. There's, I think, probably about 14 of them on this Roadrunner roster. But a freshman who got a lot of time early on this season and was out of the lineup for a little while, but is a great example of the recruiting class that they brought in and the skill and the ability they're able to add to this lineup.
It's a Bakersfield team with just one player out of eligibility after the season. Stefan Marcano, who's been here for 6 years. And for that matter, I think is not in a negative way, but ready to move on and pursue a career with some opportunities to go perhaps play professionally a bit. Been a member of his native Trinidad national team. But short of that, a team where if everybody chooses, could come back whole next year.
That's a really exciting proposition to imagine this squad with, there's a slip and almost a turnover there. To imagine this squad with 13, 14 or so sophomores with all of a whole year of experience on the pitch and with the getting the flow of the game and the getting used to the comfortability of the system that head coach Adam Grant runs. These Roadrunners who were predicted to finish dead last have already proved to be very dangerous, and next year, if they can keep that core group together, can be deadly.
And Adam Grant, who did not take over this program from his brother until the first week of August or so. So this is not his recruiting class. Now again, he took over the program from his brother. He was here last year as the associate head coach of the club. It's kind of a change in the making to begin with. And so you'd have to think that he played a heavy role and influence on the recruiting class that's here, but now an opportunity to kind of put his own mark on the club. Solmaz right away challenged and plays strong defense. And Ogun, who started up top, has been moved out wide during the offensive part. Wow, fancy footwork here. And then a push from behind that sends Geishauser down. There's Marcano working forward. Geishauser out wide. Ogun pressing. A shot. Solmas! And a beautiful save. That was almost the moment for the runners. Jansen with the save of the night for the Aggies. Jogeris played it back, and actually it was not Solmas. In the back, it was Geishauser. Did another tall, strong European freshman. And there's Jogeris on the corner. And a foul on the runners. Two minutes, 7 seconds remain. Runners need 2. And that would earn them a critical point. The Aggies could take a substantial step towards postseason competition if they can hang on for the 3 points here. Off the left foot all the way across from Wooters. To his fellow sub Dutra. And there's a foul on the runners. Geishauser, who was down, just kind of wildly flailing his feet just at the top of the box, is going to set up a dangerous free kick. Wooters and Horde are there, and Horde has taken a few buttes tonight that have just missed. Wearing one of the captain's armbands. Big 6'3" defenseman. Trying to run a set play there. Defended well by the runners. Bakersfield now will look to counter. Wow, and a foul clear as day that was missed on a tug from behind. Across. The runners wanted the foul and the PK and will not get it. Martino's beside himself. And he's even more upset. You see him pull on his jersey. But that was, I think, the start of it. Martino had a clear run past the back line of Davis. And Bernie Hoster just couldn't see it. It's not like he missed it on purpose. But he was yanked on from behind very clearly by Lucas Fernandez-Kim, who got away with what was a sure yellow on a clear path foul at about midfield.
Jason, I think they overturned from the side official giving Bernie Hoster some advice, and I think this is going to be a penalty kick for the Roadrunners.
You are indeed right. After a long conversation, a PK coming for the runners. So an opportunity to get on the board for CSUB. And it is going to be Martino, who was really fouled twice on that play. With 20 minutes left. And the keeper, Jansen, standing between Martino and the back of the net. The junior from Lake Forest, California, awaits the whistle. And there it is. And it's off the post. And a rebound's in. Maltino finishes. Bakersfield on the board. And an offside call is up. And now Bernie Hosu is going to check in with Rafael Bonilla, the AR1. Offside, no goal. Here it is again. Maltino had him beat. It went off the goal, and he was the first one to touch it without reestablishing himself. And that is the offside. Maltino could not be the first one to touch the ball again, since it was not touched by Jansen. If Jansen touches it, it's a goal. But he clearly does not. Maltino's the first one to touch it. There's probably 3 or 4 runners offside, frankly. It is the right call. It's not a kind one if you're a fan of the runners, but it is the right call. A brutal moment for CSUB. Connor Maltino, the leading scorer for the Roadrunners, had finished 5 this year. Could not pick up number 6.
Jason, what a huge momentum swing there. Bakersfield inches away from pulling themselves within a 1-goal deficit.
Wow, and Maltino gets bowled over again.
And he's really been, as physically as he is, he's been pushed around a lot tonight. But inches away from coming within an equalizer, and all of a sudden, momentum right back in Davis's favor.
Here's your Gerst. Bakersfield could snatch it right back if they could find the net here. Play in for the back post. Ward got a head on it. There's a big athletic body in the middle of the box. Defending. This one gets just over him. Comes to the foot of a runner. And this time, CSUB is offside. Maria Iwasaki is asking the official, Rafael Bonilla, how could that have been me? "18 minutes remain in Bakersfield." And here's Jimenez.
Keep working, Tristan. Keep working.
And a runner down. That's Shia Clayton. I think he's got a cramp. And that is a heavy cramp for Shia Clayton. Sinanso Moss over here, trying to get him stretched out and avoid having to call the training staff on the pitch. Somewhere in there, Bernie Hosu pulled out a yellow card, it sounds like. Nice Fernandez Kim. Swings it over for Cale Pond. The two of them go back and forth into the corner. The box. Out for Case and Goodman. Over for Pond. Davis is quite in let's hopefully burn the clock mode, but I think they're also going to gladly let the runners waste time not getting there. Here comes Bakersfield back the other way. A substitution for the runners. Latucci will come back out. Joey Velasquez returns. With 16 minutes and some change to go. There's Clayton. Works back. Yo Gerst. Didn't get a clean shot at it. Honestly, had more time than he utilized there.
When you're in the middle of the box, sometimes it feels like the entire world is crashing down on you. So he probably felt a little bit of rush there. Like you said, did have a little bit more time, but still continued build up and presence from the Roadrunners to continue attacking. And it's not too late, 15 minutes to go. A lot of things could happen. But Dave is doing a fantastic job so far keeping the runners off the board.
Under 15 to go. Battle in the corner. Davis with it. Runners emerge with it. And a foul from behind against the Aggies. I was half expecting you to make a diving header there.
I thought about it, but my shoulder's been a little sore since last night. My kid's really heavy, and so I think I messed something up.
Understandable. Understandable. Runners turn it over. Hernandez Kim drops it back. Here's Pond. Into the box. Hernandez Kim. Cross open. Blocked in front by the runners. Who quickly goes. Limes wants to push the pace on the other end. Counterattack for the runners. Afterburners on. Horde defending. Bakersfield just earned a corner. That is a strong play for the runners to earn the corner kick.
And all of that started from the back line with Limes with a monster throw out and Mahubi with the speed. A really impressive display of athleticism there for the Roadrunners to earn this corner, which I think it says 10 now, but I think that's the 11th corner kick of the night.
Estrada returns for Jimenez. Yogerst plays it in. Short. And there's nobody at the top of the line to clean it up for the runners. Yet. Played back wide again. Tino comes up limping a little bit. He tried to lay out, get a foot on that, put it on net. Bilter way forward for the Aggies. Bilter down there, joined by Wooters. Bring it back up now. More subs with 11 minutes remaining. And for Davis, we get to see Keegan Walwyn Bent for the first time. The Canadian. Grew up in Toronto, but played his high school soccer down in Los Angeles at Crespi.
Walwyn Bent giving some much needed rest to Zach Lillington, who's been really solid. And Bent also with that 6'2" frame is going to counteract the size of the Roadrunners very well.
The first corner of the contest for the Aggies. Horde got ahead on it. Limes goes up and takes it away. He was trying to find a streaking Mehubi. Instead, it's Fernandez Kim the other way. To Walwyn Bent, who just entered. Walwyn Bent strongly into the box. Couldn't get the clean shot. Looking for Mehubi again. Cleanly played. Fernandez Kim. .9:20 to go.
Bakersfield now opening themselves up a little bit, trying to apply that extra pressure, but they're getting caught in the counterattack, which is exactly what happens when you open up. And Davis has been really strong in possession in the final third.
Wooters into the corner. Gets one across. So Moss headed it out. Falls on the foot of Goodman. Goodman maybe had an opportunity to fancy attempt on goal there. Instead decided to kill a little extra time.
Clock is really on the side of UC Davis right now, so I think that's the best call for them to take every second off of this clock that they can.
8:35 to go. Runners need 2 to salvage a point out of this match. Wooters, that is absolutely a foul. Drags down Jogeris from behind. Wasn't even trying to hide it. Middle linebacker Coach Davis would be proud. Estrada was a good ball, but nobody there to put it home. All the way back from Mehubi, just plays it to Limes. Estrada loses possession. Now Marcano a chance to settle at midfield. 7 minutes remaining. And Chase Tannen, who has scored a goal off the bench in this contest, returns with Colton Franklin. Wooters and Dieter check out. Ryan Dieter with a pair of assists in this one. Clayton trips up Fernandez Kim.
Jason, one thing I've been really impressed with in UC Davis from this road match, which they're on their way to their third road win in Big West play, is the energy that they brought the entire night. You know, when there's not a lot of energy because you don't have the home crowd and you're having to generate it from your own bench, they've done a really good job of staying up the entire match, keeping those guys who are putting everything on the bench going, and then when they're ready to go and take their turn to take the field, they're running full speed ahead right as soon as they get on the pitch.
To the corner for the runners. 5:30 to go. Into the box. It went out before they could play it in. And a goal kick coming for the Aggies.
Joey Velasquez and Francesco Aiello's in for the first time tonight, doing a good job of getting into that final third and presenting a dangerous position, but Bakersfield unable to put the ball into the box for a potential chance on goal.
Five minutes remaining. Last touch by Walwyn Bent, says the officials. This hockey back for Limes. Walwyn Bent pressuring. And now Marcano is taken down and immediately grabs his ankle. Marcano to Estrada. Runners with 4 minutes to make a miracle happen. Clayton presses the back line, sends one in low. A shot is airmailed. Mehubi with the best opportunity aside from the corner.
Bakersfield will definitely not be disappointed by their effort tonight, Jason. Obviously, they won't be happy with the result, but time and time again, Bakersfield has continued to pressure, continued to put chances on goal, just haven't had it fall their way. So I guess if there's a little bit of a moral victory to take out of this one, that would be it.
That was Tannen, who already has one goal. Runners had to poke it away at the last moment. A boomer of a shot from about 35 yards off the foot of Ethan Horde. Ends up sailing well wide. I would not want to be in between the ball and whatever surface is stopping the ball.
Is it an ambitious idea?
Marcano tried to play one down the wing, but nobody made a run. Easily gobbled up by Jansen, who is 2.5 minutes away from a clean sheet.
That's right, Jason. That would be the 5th clean sheet of the season for UC Davis. They do have a combined one between Spencer Gillen and Charles Jansen, and then Jansen has 3 of his own.
9:45 to go.
Help him out! Help him out, Chase! Get ready, Keith! 90 seconds left, come on!
75 seconds left in this one. The victory for Davis.
1 minute, everything out, guys, everything out, 1 minute.
A formality at this point. Barring the absolute meltdown of the week for the runners. As Isaac mentioned, find a way to score a goal here. Build some momentum heading into the weekend in a pivotal away game.
Keep working, let's go! 40 seconds!
Okay, lost tonight, put the pressure on Bakersfield to earn at least one outright victory before the season is over. If not that, then points in both matches.
Boys, come on!
15 to go. A complete performance for the Aggies of UC Davis from start to finish. An early goal in the first half to give them the lead off the foot of Kason Goodman, their leading scorer. An early second half goal off the foot of the substitute Chase Tannen. A bit of luck on a penalty kick. Solid defense. A couple of great saves from Charles Jansen when it mattered, and a 2-0 win for the Aggies of Davis. Moved to 6-3 on the season, but more importantly, 3-1 in conference play for the runners. The loss here in this one also drops them to 3-1 in conference play. That'll move the Aggies and the runners even in the standings as well, and all of a sudden the three-way tie for second place has exploded. An opportunity to head into the weekend with as many as 6 teams tied in second place now. With the Cal Poly loss, they were the lone team who could potentially leapfrog the trio of Bakersfield, San Diego, and Santa Barbara. We await head coach Adam Grant, his first year with the runners. Talk about this one and get us set up